Hiya, it's Sydney, and I am here to talk you through it for March 20th, 2025. It is Thursday, it is Jupiter's Day, and it is the Aries ingress. Welcome to spring. We made it. We made it, y'all. I wanted to talk about the aspects, but mostly I want to talk about this ingress because, we just had the sun in Pisces running through that sign like Tomb Raider, making all of these aspects to all of these watery planets, right? Planets in watery signs. We had the Saturn, we have the North Node, and we have the Neptune all in Pisces, all, at the last degrees before they go into Aries. And so there's something to, the sun kind of going ahead of them, like, I will pioneer forward in Aries and go off on this adventure and bring awareness to the ways that I want to be independent and free and be on my own, all of these Aries signature moves. Now, we still do have some things in Pisces on this day, and we have things on Aries. So I still feel like we might be feeling like we're stepping on the edge of a precipice almost, right? The edge of one foot in the dream state and the next foot into this new sort of reality going forward that we need to keep in mind. I think that because we have the moon in Sag on this day as well, we have this really beautiful kind of fiery energy, kind of lightening us up and saying like, okay, I can get stuff done. I can move forward. The sun in Aries is an exalted sun, which means that it's kind of placed on a pedestal and it behaves very well and very regally here, typically, right? Because he's pioneering, he's an individual, he can be a bit of a warrior, right? Very martial in that Aryan sort of way. And we need to consider, though, that for this particular Aries ingress of the sun, the sun isn't being conditioned as well as we would want it to be, because Aries is Lord, which is that Mars in Cancer is still out of bounds in a sign that he does not like. So perhaps this means that the sun in Aries, in all of its pioneering ways, is not behaving as well as it typically would in this sign. And so I think that there's something here that's a little bit more self-serving, or maybe not to its highest good that it's up to. Now, for the aspects of the day, we do have a trine to that Venus in Aries. So again, I think that this brings us internally into like a sense of flow around the ways that we want to reevaluate, value being the Venus principle, reevaluate our connection to value, money, aesthetics, to thank you, babe. Hey, do you want to join me or be okay? To value money, resources, relationships as well. And so there's still very much an independent spirit that is happening with this sort of trine. And so I think it feels very supportive in the ways that we do want to go forward on our own. We also have a moon in Sag by Quinto, Mars in Cancer. And I think that there could be maybe feeling a little bit competitive and like needing to compete in some sort of way. Moon Mars by quintiles, it's like almost like having a little bit fun being competitive and having a talent for it. So there could be maybe a caution to that, but also like maybe in the ways that we want to go forward, we need to kind of put ourselves in the game. In the evening, 5:09 p.m., we have the moon in Sag opposite its ruler, Jupiter in Gemini. And so because this aspect is going to be forming all day, I think that there is a caution here to not overdo it, not to be too dramatic or take in so much information that we just like gloss over it. Moon and Sag could potentially just kind of go, you know what, I don't need all of that information. I'm just going to do what I want. And Jupiter and Gemini is like, but I have all of this data for you. Like, I need you to be aware of this. And then if, the moon goes, okay, well, I'll take it in. And then it's like, oh, I have to do everything. I have to figure this out. I have to go forward. And then it does too much. And then it over excites itself. This could also be an aspect of like maybe consuming too much, literally too much data, too much food, whatever it is. Just try not to overdo it. There is a caution here. And so without further ado, those are my thoughts for the Aries ingress in our kind of more personally felt ways. And thank you for letting me talk you through it. I hope you have a beautiful Aries season. See you tomorrow. Hey, thank you for listening to today's Astro Weather with me. I'm Sydney. As a reminder, I'm always open to seeing both new and my beloved returning clients. My website is ddastrology.com, that is D as in dog, astrology.com, to check me out and just click the email buttons in order to schedule with me. If you're into a more conversational feel with your podcast and content, I have a podcast called BS Astrology with my fellow Mercurial Mommy Bender, and we put out episodes every Sunday for the week. Just search BS Astrology on YouTube or wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts, including Spotify, Audible, and more. Have a good day.